Alright everyone, here we are. I'm gonna do today the Metal Gear Duology. It's part of the multiple Metal Gear games category. And what that basically means is that we're gonna play through Metal Gear MSX in any percent category on European version. And then right after that, I'm gonna play the Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake game, also any percent PAL version. Right, so back-to-back 2 games. The rules have changed. Because we decided, little community, that we wanted to basically ignore the time that it takes to swap games, which I think is really good. There's only one problem yet. While the rules have already been updated, I think the times are still not retimed. So we gotta do something about that. And I'm officially now a moderator for the multiple Metal Gear games. So I feel like it's a little bit also my responsibility trying to take care of that thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run another Metal Gear Duology. And this time I will time it in the old ways and the new ways. Which means I'm going to play through the first game. And time starts when we hit start here. And then time ends when we see the credits. So it's longer actually than what we need to do beforehand. Then we're going to switch from Metal Gear 1 to Metal Gear 2. That time gets deducted. And then we start Metal Gear 2. And it counts until we see the credits of Metal Gear 2. Naturally, of course, this will be way longer. I have set up segments so I can see how much time I have spent in the old timing method as well. So we have a comparison. And then hopefully at the end, we're not only having a new world record time, both in the old timing method and the new one, but we also have a good reason then to finally update the timing method for the free runs that are currently online. Hey Bracken, how's it going? What's that? Beetle 9 Dance. Oh, let's go. That's a cute one. Alright, so I explained the premise. Let me get my pedal ready, because while I have made an auto splitter that used to work for the Duology, since we're playing on emulation, I still have a few points where I need to split manually. So some of these things are not fully accurate. For example, I think Save Grey Fox, saving the hostages I can actually remove, because they do not work like at all. Let me just make sure that they're all properly set up here. I'm gonna check the auto splitter here. Boss splits, death farm, special pure navigation splits. Let's remove these. This auto splitter for the Duology is sadly not fully up to date with the single games auto splitter, but it should work. Alright, we're recording and let's hope everything works well. And here we go in 3, 2, 1. Alright, time has started. That's good. It's a little bit loud on my ears. And yeah, here we go. This is Metal Gear MSX, any percent on the European version. Whew. I'm not gonna say it's been a while. I've been doing a few runs here and there in preparation for tomorrow's marathon. But I always feel like I have not spending much time at all in this game, like I used to do last year in the summer. Like last year in the summer, I spent ungodly amounts of hours in this game trying to get better. And I want to say I'm still decent at it, but I don't know. I've not found my muse yet to go in full time again, only doing this one game. There's a realistic chance that I can beat the world record, but I don't know, it's gonna take a lot of time and energy. Do we ever really leave MG1? I mean, I don't know. I'm currently like fully focusing on Metal Gear Solid 2, so we'll see. I'm looking forward to doing more all dog tags. I've not done much since ESA, so I definitely need to come back to that as well. Hopefully I can remember what I need to do. I mean, it should be fine, but still, you know. Oops. I love when my button press just doesn't work. That's weird. We're relatively low on health, but the gunner is far away from us. That's good. I got forcibly dragged away from ADT. I mean, yeah, we're now all in TTS, right? Oh, my health is low. I might die. I'm gonna put the ration on just to be safe. I love when High Star comes back and it's always like, yeah, I did a marathon safe run and it's sub 19. And I'm like, good for you, man. Good for you. Whenever I do a one-off run, I'm always like 1910, 1920, 1930. Like, they're not really good runs. But it's mainly also because, I don't know, I've been barely playing this game. Wow, that was weird that the life bar changed for a moment. It was definitely a good idea to punch that lever to save some health. Should be good. Yikes, please stop shooting me. Should be good health-wise so far. I'm just gonna try to do it as clean as I can. There we go. Did touch damage. Oh, been shot once, but we're still good on health. We shouldn't need to worry here. That should be fine. Alright. Now it's time to leave the second floor, and we're gonna move down to the ground floor again to be captured. Technically, I'm playing at a disadvantage because I know in RTA the emulator is actually slower when we're playing Metal Gear 2. However, I think I can still beat my own time just because I know so much more about the game since I have done the last Duology run. So let's see. I'm pretty sure I did a Duology run before I got the world record in MG2. So I mean, I don't know, we'll see. I definitely need to be lucky. There's a few instances where luck can definitely play a very big part. And I'm not allowed to use the death abuse to save on IGT because it doesn't make any sense. We're playing in an RTA category for once. So let's see what's up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. And here's Shotmaker. Hey off base Snake, how's it going? Alright, good menus. And now we get accounts. So we get the card and we get 1 ammo box. 2 ammo boxes. 3 ammo boxes. 4 ammo boxes. And the 5th ammo box. Alright. Let's go right up, right down. Do get shot here. It is what it is. Hey Heister, how's it going? I don't get it, I was following you already, I hope you're good. Yeah, Halfback Snake, in the beginning of 2020, I accidentally deleted all follows with Commander Root's kit. Like it's a website that gives you access to some moderation tools, and I just wanted to remove a few people that were suspected to be bots and accidentally had everyone unfollow me. So if you're wondering, oh, I was following you already, yeah, I know. It was me, I'm sorry. I'm bad with moderation programs. Yeah, it happens, it happens. I mean, whatever. So many people have followed me again, and to be honest, this account is 10 years old. So many people that have been following me have just not been watching me, so the follow number you see here is relatively young and kind of accurate, I think. Yeah, it wasn't you, it was me, absolutely. I'm doing nice. Yeah, I'm also doing great here. We're practicing for Shots Fired 10, which I'll be doing tomorrow with Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2 back to back. And I figured, if I have to practice Metal Gear 1 and 2 back to back, why not make it a duology? So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna just play for Metal Gear 1, and then right after that, play for Metal Gear 2. Hopefully getting a world record. I do not know anymore what my time was at MGX 1. I think it wasn't really good. I mean, oh wait, you can actually see it on top. It was a 1906. A 1906 is not bad necessarily. So we'll see what we can do here. Hopefully I will keep much health. It's currently looking very low. As you can see, I do not have my usual stats on screen. I think I can take one more shot. Please do not shoot me. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Okay. I have to heal up now. Oops. There you go. Here we go. C4 here, good 9. Didn't take extra damage, very nice. Ooh. Was a little bit too low. So far we're looking good on health, so that's good. So we're getting lucky here, not getting shot too often. That's like the most important part for running Metal Gear 1. You want to take care as much as you can of your health. That's like the only thing. And the faster you can do the menus, the better. But the problem with Metal Gear is you can also not do them too fast. Because sometimes if you're too fast, the game can't react fast enough to your inputs, so you gotta keep it at a certain rhythm, which is a little bit annoying. The original game does not have that issue really, because it doesn't run at 15 FPS, it actually can run at 60 FPS. Ooh. I hope the first one did count. Nice, alright. And that's the first building almost done. That's good. Not bad at all. And we do have plenty of health, so that's good as well. Da-da. There we go. And it's time to leave the first building. Time for building 2. Well, first the desert, but the desert is always free. And unless we do get shot, we don't want to get shot from the tank. Ooh, a little bit too far to the right. Alright, just follow up this line here. Super easy. And as soon as we get to the tank, we're gonna basically move 1 square over to the right, like this. And then we get shot at the perfect time and can just walk through. Switch to the uniform. And there we go. Now it's time for the bulldozer. There we go. Just a little bit of time. Oh, it's fine. Time to get the antenna. And hopefully we don't take too much damage. So far, looking good. They're very far out of my way. I like that. I like that. Oops. A bit stuck on the table. And here we go. Just gotta leave now. Whoa, we just evaded that shot. Let's go. Alright, our health is definitely looking good. I like that. And it's time to go up to Hell Roof. So let's see. Gonna go here, save this one hostage to the left. Card number 4. Get shot here. That's basically inevitable. It's super rare that you don't get shot from this guard here, so. Health is looking good. So we don't get shot too often in here. The more touch damage we can get, the better. Looking very good on health right now. I like that. Yeah, oh, let's look at that. It's awesome. Here we go. Alright, that was an awesome Hell Roof. If I can get this tomorrow, I'll be super easy. Alright. Time for the next set of hostages. I'm gonna save like this. Here we go. Let's not screw up the bump. Would be very bad for us. There we go. And now we just gotta deal with the rest of the health that we have. It's not bad. Nice. Good line, I like it. And there we go. Whoop. Just bypass them. I always find it funny, like, especially when you're playing the duology, you notice, like, man, Metal Gear 1, we don't see any of the bosses. And then Metal Gear 2, like, we have to fight all the bosses. Alright, I forgot to change to level 5 card, which is fine. As long as I remember to do it before I touch the door here. There we go. And then it's time to meet the final 15th POW. Oops, there we go. Actually open this door first. Very nice, didn't die. Ah, I hate this dialogue. This menu will always be a problem for me, like I'm never getting good at this one. Ugh. It's so strange. That was a good one. I like that one. Alright, time to leave and do the death abuse. Alright, here we go. Wow, we did save some time, that's good. So far on pace for a sub 19, which I would happily take. That's good. It's number 4. And number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, this is death number 5. Duck, 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 duck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa. Could have gone a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Alright, time to call the lady again. Gonna mash here to save some time. I never mashed, I always held X and I lost always 1 second there. So you gotta mash to be a little bit faster actually. Okay, so far health is looking good. Here we go. So I'm gonna shoot the wall now to the right to get the floor-wide alert. To not have Johnny fall asleep on me. And we got lucky every time. Alright, looking good so good. Yep, can't complain yet. Go down here. And it's time to go for a swim. Oh. Hate when I get stuck like this around the corner. It's never nice. It's never nice. Alright, healing up. And going for the long swim. Oops, come on. Switch to the card. 2. And here we go. When I practice at the end of the week for 100%, I have to remember to save these hostages. So embarrassing when I was doing a run for Warwick that I completely forgot these 3 hostages, and for 100% they are required. So I was like, oh no. And here we go. Excuse me. This is what I mean. If you're doing the menus too fast, the game does not react fast enough, and it doesn't count the inputs, which is so stupid. There we go. Go right. Alright. Whatever. Looking good so far. Can't complain, can't complain. Alright, and here we go. And go through here. Take the door as close as possible. Do not fall in this pit. And then it's time to fight the Metal Gear of this game, the TX-55, with its specific order of legs that we need to attack. Which is right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, right. So let's do this. Right, right, and left. Right, left, and then left. Once again, right, left, left, right, right, left, and the last 4 inputs. Right, left, right, right. Here we go. Alright, looking good so far. One, 2, 3, 4. Big boss is dead. And that's the end of Metal Gear MSX. Not bad. Sub 19. Not bad for a one-off. Certainly not a world record. And it should now ideally split over. Alright, so we reached the end officially of Metal Gear MSX, but we do count the time to credits in the new timing method. So we gotta wait here for the credits. And we gotta also mash later when Big Boss has his line. Because this time actually counts towards the total time in the new timing method. And thanks for the GG. Now, at the end of the run, I have actually calculated what the new time is for the current world record that I own. And we can actually compare in both the old and the new timing method what it will be. I always like the music of the credits. I should actually open up the thread real quick. Is it volunteering? Let me quickly check something here. Do I have WASD on? I hope I don't. I don't know. I do. Alright, that's so bad. Explain some shenanigans here. Alright. Multiple Metal Gear games. Right, so oops. My Metal Gear Duology run would change from a 1:15:37 to a 1:22:17. Because now we actually do include the time until we see the credit screen. Right? Which, again, is fair. Because we do remove the time when we swap from one game to another. Right, here it counts. Good evening, you. Someday we'll meet again. Time. And now it's time to swap games. This time now will be removed, so I can just ignore it. Go to endgame. And ideally, I don't need to do anything. Let's see. It's gonna go to Metal Gear 2. There we go. Game start, and so I do everything correct. Here starts the new game. Hey, there you go. It immediately split. Let's go. Alright, so this is time now for Metal Gear 2. The duology used to split when we fought when RTA ends. So the split file will have extra segments. But for now I gotta focus to not get an alert first. Because at the beginning of Metal Gear 2, we wanna have an RNG seed of 0. So as we go through here, we're gonna try to play as clean as possible without getting detected at all. And that means we also have to meet the atomic for this guard. Wonderful. The first boss that we're gonna meet is Black Ninja, and if there's any other RNG seed rather than 0, that means that he will go anywhere in his fighting room. He can teleport, and it's very annoying. But if we play on RNG seed 0, which, if I don't get an alert, will be the case, he is super predictable because he will always be in exactly the same spot. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna go through the whole intro here up to Black Ninja and not get a single alert. We got this weapon here. And there we go. So normally Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake is run in IGT, and IGT does not count loads. It also, if you're playing on emulator, which is slightly slower than actual hardware, thankfully it does slow down along with the game. So IGT is super comparable between emulator and hardware. The only thing it's not comparable with is RTA. But it's fine, because I'm still the best playing this game. Like both games, especially. So we should be good. So far no alert here, which is good. That's what we will want to have. And now when we enter the next room, the first thing we're going to do is actually press the elevator button here. Press the button here, so while we get the card, we'll actually call in the alert. This card will be like, what's that noise? And not alert on us. That's exactly what we want. And we're going to enter here. Going to do a few menus. And now on the 3rd floor, we're so close, we're almost at Black Ninja. And then after Black Ninja, we can also start getting some alerts. We actually will take some alerts in this run. Intentional, because they will make things a little bit faster. But until this first boss fight, we gotta ideally play without it. Because chances are that the pattern that we get outside of RNG 0 will always be worse. So here we go. RNG pattern, whoop, he should be somewhere else. I do not understand why he does that, but I'm gonna accept it. It's fine. Normally he would be further to the left on this first position, but all other positions were good, so I don't know. Alright, so now we immediately get an alert here. We're gonna walk right. Gonna punch this guard here. And this will overall still be worth it, because this left guard here will be out of our way. And now it's time to go back to the ground floor. Also, Black Ninja did not split, so we gotta skip this little segment here. Not sure exactly what happened, but it's fine. As long as we have an accurate final time. Oh, I went to the wrong floor because of the split issue. It's fine. We're gonna lose a little bit of time. Oopsie daisy. Reset. Alright, let's try again. First off, we're gonna take a shot here to distract this guard. He must be out of our way. Oop. And then we're gonna go here and then punch this guard, because we don't want an alert here. And now we're gonna literally walk into line of sight with this guard, because now this guard and his alert will actually have the green beret guard that we have to follow move a little bit ahead of his cycle, saving us a little bit of time. So we're gonna punch this guard, get away, and then the alert drops, but now the green beret is already way further into his cycle, allowing us to follow him slightly faster. Alright, yeah, it's time for like 3 minutes of just bass solo, so I hope you enjoyed. This is the part where we always cool down. Metal Gear 2 has a lot of these. Not necessarily like cutscenes, but just slow pieces where not much is happening. So in this instance, I just have to follow him and wait for the path that he opens up. Because we don't know the path. And normally if we enter this so-called Lost Woods forest alone, the path will be obstructed and we cannot continue. Only if the green beret is walking ahead of us, then we can see the correct path. So we have to wait until this whole cycle is over. Which, yeah, it's gonna take a while. Be careful not to run into him. You don't want to follow him immediately onto the next screen. If you do make any noise, he will alert on you. If you touch him, he will alert on you. And if he alerts on you, he will just immediately leave the screen and you'll be lost again. So that's like the unfortunate situation about this whole sequence. Really not much what we can do in order to save time. I'm just gonna wait around the corner here. Wait a little bit, and there we go. Now what's good is I can just wait here in the left. I don't need to do anything. And I'm gonna use the chance to hydrate. Oh yeah. Now this is important. Only step into the screen. Do not keep walking into it. Because also when the green beret guard turns around and you're not part of the screen, he will also be gone. So you have to follow him on screen. But this one instance, you just want to be like one step over to the next screen. Nothing else. That was close. I'm gonna quickly change the Twitch game category. And there we go. Alright, we're almost done here. We'll just walk up like this. I'm gonna get ready to manually split. Oh no, now the auto splitter kicked in again. I don't know why it was not working for the first one. Alright, good. Alright, talk to Dr. Matner here. Will tell us where we need to go next. And I already know where I need to go next. I gotta go into the desert and get a few mines. Because we're gonna fight the next boss. The next boss is Running Man. Canonically, the favorite boss of Hideo Kojima. And, alright. I'm just gonna accept that. Is there no offer? Alright. Oops. Alright, we got 5. We need exactly 5. Now it's time to go through the swamp here. The swamp has a very specific pattern that we need to follow or else we will drown. Good thing is that I fully memorized it in its entirety and should hopefully not drown at all. And we also gotta do the same thing backwards again when we come back, so... It's definitely easy enough to remember after a while. There's certain cues that you know you can walk on. Perfect, there we go. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a challenge in the beginning. Alright, switch to level 1 card, and here we go. Here comes Running Man. An ex-Olympic runner. Turn evil, because he follows Big Boss. Alright, I guess. Alright, gotta place 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th we actually gonna keep for later. We're gonna have him walk over here. And that's it. Being hit by 4 claymores or mines, we're gonna actually kill him. And there we go. Let's see if it splits. Didn't split. Alright, that's fine. Can always do it manually. And here we go. So, as you can see with Metal Gear 2, we have to fight every boss, because every one of these bosses has a level card for us. Oh, that's a little bit too far. So if you do not fight these bosses, we literally cannot progress in the game. That's a lesson they definitely learned from Metal Gear 1. because now they actually want us to fight the bosses. Right, yeah, we had a little slip up in the beginning of our path walking back, but else it's fine, it's not bad. Gonna change here to the level 3 card on the pistol because we're gonna get ready. Coming up ahead is the segment with the Hind, and we do not have a weapon to fight the Hind. So what do? Well, we go and get ourselves a Stinger weapon. That Stinger here is on the path to the left, where we couldn't go before because we didn't have a level 3 card. So let's see what's up here. Gonna shoot specifically here to have both of these guards walk right and out of our way. And when we come back, we will once again get a specific alert that we want to get, just because we get away faster on the left side rather than the right side. So we'll walk up here, get this alert. And normally alerts from guards actually slow us down, but the cool thing about alerts from cameras is they don't slow us down. And in specific situations, when we get these alerts, it's like we're not even being slowed down at all. There's no punishment in any percent for having these alerts at specific points, and so we're gonna make full use of that. Alright, here we go. Now I'm gonna intentionally take some damage here, because it absolutely doesn't matter if I get damage here. The Hind will not be able to attack us because we're gonna kill him fast enough before he can kill us, actually. Just gonna walk here, get an alert on one screen. And there we go. The Hind. Specifically the Hind main character, because at the end of the game there's like credits for each character, and included in them is also the Hind for some reason. I don't know. Hey Was95, thank you so much for the raid. How's it going? Sorry, I gotta focus a little bit for this boss fight. There you go. And that's the fight. Didn't split again. That's fine, we just manually split. I guess I gotta investigate this auto splitter for the duology. I don't think it really works. But yeah, hey, welcome West95. How's it going? What did you stream before? Like your new name to me and my community, so feel free to introduce yourself, let us know what you're doing. And nice to meet you. Yep. I need to go up one more slot. That's fine. Yeah, we gotta go in the box here to teleport and get into the next building. Get up! Get up! Oh my god, Snake, please stand up. Snake did not want to stand up at all today. I guess he didn't get his morning coffee. Alright, so next up here on our journey, we're gonna go and meet Holly. The supporting character, you can identify her by her codec signal, which is 14015. The same codec that also later Meryl will have. Oop, excuse me. I actually want to be a little bit too slow, or this third guard will literally be just on the screen change, and I usually always run into him, so taking one punch actually is good for us. I just didn't think I wanted to do this for the second one. Oh, whatever. Gonna go down here and get down to the basement. In the basement we're gonna find Holly, but the thing is she's actually enclosed in a room without any windows, just walls, so we're gonna get an old reliable C4 out here. Like, that's fine. Get the C4 out. Place it here and then boop. And that's Holly. Let's see if it splits. Didn't split, it's fine. As soon as the dialogue ends, we get an item usually. It's card number 4, and that's usually used for the auto splitter to split for us. I guess today the auto splitter doesn't want to do its job. Pistol. Yeah, pistol is the one we need. So anyways, we gotta find a pigeon. It's on top of the second building. But in order to get to the top of the second building, we first gotta get some ammo, because we gotta fight someone on our way to the top. And for that we need grenades, so because we're speedrunners, we're gonna sequence break a little bit rather than playing it like casual. Just, I mean, it's fine. But we already know where we need to go, so we're gonna quickly step on in here, go to the armory and get the grenades. Let's see if I can do this fast enough. Yeah, that was not ideal. There we go. Killed this guy before he could even alert on us. Wonderful. It's not necessarily required. I routed it so you can take an alert, but if you don't, it's even better. It's even slightly faster. And there we go. And if you're wondering why I'm crawling into these elevators, if I walk into an elevator, I walk way further south. But if I crawl into an elevator, I do not walk as far. So in order to save a little bit of distance that we enter the elevator and then need to walk up again to press the button, we crawl into elevators like these. And here we go. Taking the whole trip back again. We're actually diving because we're a little bit faster like this. And I'm going to intentionally get out of the water a little bit earlier. And that was not quite the correct menu, but I'm gonna take it. It's fine. As long as we end on the right item, it's fine. Going from the level 4 card, I should have gone right and down. Right 1 and down 2, but whatever. The thing with menus in Metal Gear 2 versus Metal Gear 1 is items in Metal Gear 2 are actually sorted by its ID. Which also means that the whole inventory is like a long list, and it can only remember where your cursor has been according to the ID. In Metal Gear 1, everything enters basically like a stack, you know. So basically you have one item, gets on position 1, you have the second item, gets on position 2, and so forth. This order does not change unless you use up an item like a ration. That's in Metal Gear 2. Metal Gear 1. In Metal Gear 2, everything is sorted. That's why menus can be reliably. I mean, Metal Gear 1, they also don't change. If you have to memorize menus in both games, I think it's the same. But yeah. Alright, here we go. Red Blaster coming up. He's gonna chat a lot with us. And after Red Blaster, the first big hit of RNG comes in. That is the pigeon. But let's first do this boss fight. I'll throw one here. One here. I'm gonna make sure that I do actually hit him. Oh, damn it. There you go, that's it. It didn't split once again. It's fine. And after we've reached the top now, it's time to get the pigeon, because the pigeon has the codec frequency for Dr. Kiyomarv, the person that we need to save here. The pigeon is not in the top right corner, it's in the bottom right, I mean, it's in the top right. I think it literally just landed. If we're... God damn it. I wanted to say, if we're lucky, it stays on the ground until we can catch it again. It does not land. The thing is, we have to have this ration on us, so it comes down. And hopefully it doesn't... It trolled me again. Yeah, so we're losing now plenty of time. This could be what kills the world record. Potentially. You step down. Alright. Very bad RNG here for us, but it's fine. Let's move on. First, we gotta call Kiyomarv, and we notice actually we don't speak the language that he speaks. And we're asking Dr. Matna, hey, can we do something? He's like, yeah, sure, just talk to Natasha. And normally in IGT time runs, I would kill myself now to not have this run back down, but because we're playing RTA, I'm not going to do that, because playing in RTA, this suicide actually would lose me time. It's only useful in IGT time runs of Metal Gear 2, so here we go. So it's nice we don't have the spider threads that we need to open up again. If we take a continue, then we need to walk through them again. Would still be worth it, like, even if you have a guard pigeon, you literally enter and immediately get the pigeon, you would still suicide just to save the time that we would lose. Because the checkpoint is actually set the moment you call Dr. Matna. After that checkpoint has been set, there's the whole dialogue with Dr. Matna that we have to skip, and then the walkout. And even if you have the perfect pigeon, just skipping the dialogue alone from Dr. Matna, because of the checkpoint when it's been set, it would still save us time, taking one continue there. But, moving on into the story. I'm gonna walk all the way over here, and we're gonna meet now Natasha, which is another supporting character. Problem is, she's in building 1. And for building 1, we're gonna go back again to the underground here, into the sewer. and then take another swim back to building 1. This speedrun does have a lot of backtracking. Like, you can already tell we've been going up, building 1, then we came back down to get a weapon, went back up to building 2, then went back down to building 1 to get the grenades, now we're going back again to building 1 to meet Natasha. And we're gonna do it at least one more time, because we have to also freeze the brooch, which is like the power key, an item that changes depending on the temperature, and the freezing room sadly is all the way here in building 1. For now, we're just gonna take the elevator up here. This elevator only goes to B2, B1, and the 2nd floor. And the right elevator only goes... Sorry. The right one elevator only goes to 1, 2, 3, 4. So, that's why we gotta take it in this weird manner. Gonna go to 2F here, and then we're good to go. Don't go down. Please go up. Jesus Christ. I don't know where I'm going. Alright. 4th floor. One of the most tricky rooms here. Tricky, because we gotta meet some timing. I wanna punch this guard and wanna turn around the corner before the lasers hit me. There we go. Looking good. We're gonna switch to the level 1 card. We don't want an alert here. We want an alert the 2nd time. The 1st time we actually don't want to. So we gotta wait here at specific locations to avoid being seen by these guards. And that's basically it already. It's, timing is definitely tight, but not impossible to meet. And so here we go. Now in this room we're gonna go to the right, crawl. Don't even trip the traps here, that's good. There's actually 2 trapdoors down there. And we're even getting lucky. This guard here is randomly positioned, same with these 2. Awesome, we do not get a single alert here. This will make Natasha actually being sped up even more. This is perfect RNG for us. 0 alerts in this location here will mean that she will also be immediately start moving here as we reach the screen. Awesome. And there we go, that's... Oh, Gustava. Sorry, not Natasha. Why did I say Natasha? It's Gustava. My bad. And, yeah, now that we found her, we're gonna go back to building 2. This time for yet another underground. This time even deeper in B3. All the way below the water. So we're gonna take the elevator now. Here, thankfully, it's just 1 button. And then it's time to meet Dr. Magna, actually. Because Dr. Magna is, of course, the 2nd scientist here. Is also the scientist that built the 1st Metal Gear. And he also built the 2nd Metal Gear here, which is going to be Metal Gear D. Gotta wait out for these bulldozers here. Unlike in Metal Gear 1, bulldozers are just like standard cleaning units here. We don't need to fight them, but we definitely need to wait for them. Otherwise, we're gonna be instantly crushed by them. At least in this instance here, Metal Gear 2, we do have enough space to walk around them with the right timing. And I wonder why it says 9 minutes. We're about to tap now. Okay, I don't know why this showed 9 minutes and now it's only showing 6 seconds saved. I'm just gonna go with it, it's fine. We're still not at a very good pace here, despite the pigeon. If I ever get a duology run where I have a very good pigeon, that might kill the category. Depending on how it goes, just because... If you have a really, really good Metal Gear 2 run and a good Metal Gear 1 run back-to-back, yeah. But so far, I mean, the record should be free in theory. There's plenty of things that, when I did my old run, I just didn't know about Metal Gear 2, and then the Metal Gear Relay race happened where I was racing Joseph 316. Shoutouts to the man. He was doing things that I didn't expect, and I timed it afterwards, after the race, and was like, hey, actually these are slightly faster. So, huge shoutouts also to Joseph 316, just because it was doing a few things differently, and I timed them all, of course. Well, hey, actually, there's a few things we can do, where, for example, we get intentional alerts that are even faster. And now it's time for the first interactable cutscene here of Metal Gear. Well, Metal Gear 2 for precision, of course. You're gonna skip all the dialogues here and then walk forward, and then something happens. If you've never seen this before, just watch. It's alright, you're gonna come across. Well, hopefully. Oh no, wait, I guess that was a bad idea. Because actually, yeah, if we do this, we get stopped here. And Frank Jaeger actually kills his lover, Gustava. What sad story time this is. Excuse me. Actually, I should have split earlier, it's fine, whatever. I'm just gonna split where, we start walking again, I guess. There we go, using card 6 to enter building 2 once again, because we gotta go backtracking again. It's like, whatever, bro. And then we're gonna go and leave building 2 immediately, because we gotta go back to building 1. Thankfully, this is the last time backtracking. I know you're as tired of backtracking as I am, but that's the speedrun, basically. It's plenty of times we gotta walk back here. It is what it is. First up, we're gonna go here, and I think I'm gonna not take the alert this time if I can avoid it. Yeah, it should be a little bit faster here. And we're actually gonna take intentional damage now because we want to use up this ration here. I'm gonna go and... Oops, there we go. Because we actually, for the end of the game, in case you don't know, we gotta get rid of all of our items, and so I wrote it in this little menu, which is on our way anyway. Between the level 4 card and the level 2 card, there is this green ration, and we only needed it for the pigeon. So afterwards, it's completely pointless. We can absolutely use it to heal ourselves, and that's what I do here, giving myself a slight bit more health before we go to the next boss fight, which is super useful for us because we're gonna take some damage in this boss fight. And we do not get damaged much, that's good. And now it's time to get the glider. Now it will be a gold split because I split the last time too slow. So yeah, that's not fully accurate, but the difference... Yeah, it's like 12 seconds, still good. Now, after we had this alert, the guard patterns changed a little bit, and actually they're much better for us. We do not need to wait for this top right corner guard here, and we just need to punch this wall here to get rid of this guard. As I said, like in any percent where alerts don't matter, sometimes we actually do take intentional alerts just because they make things easier or faster for us. So, yeah, here we go. Back to the 4th floor here. We're gonna begin again as usual. We don't want an alert right away. Let's go. And now we actually gonna get an alert because the alert from the camera, as I explained, does not slow us down. And we're gonna immediately get away here. We're gonna go down, left, down. And now the guard does not see us again because we left the screen before he could see us again. And that lets us actually bypass the guards like this. So whereas the first time we will walk down here, we needed to be careful because the pattern would change for Gustava. In this instance now, it doesn't matter. And it actually is even faster if you take a specific alert. I'm gonna alert here. Let's hope when we enter, we'll be alright. Alright, let's go. Didn't get any alert here. It would be annoying. We're going to lose like 1 second here. Oh, we didn't get the alert here. That's good. Alright, gotta get this yellow ration. We need this for the end game. And now we're gonna freeze the brute, just like we will later in Metal Gear Solid. Oh, this auto splitter still has the split on key change, which it's actually a function that we removed later. Because we deemed it's not fair that we know when the key changes. Yeah, I gotta remove this. I gotta update the auto splitter in general. Like, so many splits are not working for some reason. And I gotta investigate why they're not working here in the duology. I mean, like, let's be real, you don't need this auto splitter at all. You could literally just have one timer going, oh my god, one timer going. It would still be fine. I should have waited at that corner. Anyway. I'm just doing this because I'm a nerd and I want to know what pace I'm on, so, I mean, whatever. But it's looking actually quite good. I don't know what my duology performance was. I know it wasn't that bad for the time, but now, with the new knowledge that I have over the game, I guess, yeah, there's definitely a difference coming in. Just dumb one, just dumb one. I did the menu I did for Metal Gear MSX. So yeah. Anyway, so since the bridge has been destroyed, what do we do? Well, we got the glider, and we can jump off the 20th floor here, where there's like a jump-off point for people that have gliders. And we're gonna use that to cross the bridge. Oh, the gap. There's no bridge anymore. And so we're gonna go and get the second elevator, which goes up to the 20th floor. And then just take the glider and go over to the island where the third and final building is. And thankfully, though, this time for real, there's no backtracking building 3. Alright, gotta quickly go here. I'm a little bit paranoid. I'm gonna just make my way back a little bit safer. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hope this works. I'm just gonna wait here. So, the reason why I healed myself with this ration that we need to get out of our inventory anyway is basically so we have more health. What I'm gonna do now, which will be a little bit faster, we're gonna walk around in circles and try to manipulate these 4 horsemen. Split. Okay, we split a little bit late, but we still saved so much time, so it's going great. Let's go. Yeah, this is a method of turning around in circles actually kills the 4 horsemen faster. I used to do a strategy that we used to do in big boss attempts, but the thing is, it does better. Because we can just heal ourselves and just take a little bit of damage. We do get healed anyway after each boss fight. But if you're doing big boss attempts, you're not allowed to use any ration. Now, before this, I also didn't need to use any ration in the 80% category until I noticed, like, hey, it's actually advantageous in 2 ways if we use up this 1 green ration here. So here we go. I'm gonna walk over here. I'm gonna break through the wall with the C4. Oh. Yeah, there we go. I need to menu up 2 and it only counted 1, so yeah. Here we go in the longest segment where we basically do nothing but walk upstairs for like 2.5 minutes. This is basically one other thing that will get reused again in Metal Gear Solid, and of course also the Twin Snakes. But at least in Metal Gear Solid, I mean, we have Boba Skip now. That cuts down the time already a lot. How many stairs we need to go up and down. There's of course still Tower B if we're not doing any percent. And like any percent PC, at least we cut it out. But any percent console, we still need to walk up all the way in Tower B and all the way down. But yeah. I think Twin Snakes is like 2nd place for the longest stairs, IMO. Just because there is no Boba Skip at all in Tower A, and we still gotta do the whole thing in Tower B. But, yeah, in Metal Gear 2, they don't have 2 towers, they just have 1 big tower, and we're gonna walk all the way from the 10th floor up to the 20th floor. So yeah, we're gonna be here for another minute. We just made it halfway. At least when it comes to the pace, it's looking really good right now. Especially considering that the game swap time gets removed. It's gonna be hopefully a very good run. There's still a little bit of RNG coming up. The pigeon is the most important RNG because it does make the biggest difference. But after we're done with this segment, there's also the boss fight called Jungle Evil. And Jungle Evil is constantly hiding in the tall grass like a Pokemon. And If he's not playing along and he hides very quickly, for example, I cannot hit him, the fight goes on longer, so I'm hoping for a good pattern where I can very quickly fight the jungle evil. And then hopefully then that will be even more time safe. We'll see how it goes. Alright, coming up to the end. 20th floor, there we go. Just gotta enter on the top right screen and then enter the door. And then we can finally get ready to jump off and use the glider to go from building 2 over to the island where building 3 is. I'm gonna distract this guard here by punching down at the wall. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna get out my cigarettes because we're gonna go for a smoke. And there we go. As soon as we see the ping from the cigarettes hit, that's when we know, alright, we can go. And now we're gonna glide for like 40 seconds, so enough time for me to get some water in me. Alright. Alright, we're almost done. As soon as the item vanishes from inventory, you can split. There you go. Alright. Get out the level 7 card, and then we're getting ready here. Alright, as I said, Jungle Evil, a very mean boss fight, a little bit of RNG. You can pop out and immediately vanish again. So hopefully we can do this quickly. Gonna get these extra grenades. I'm gonna wait here. Ideally not die to him. On any percent, like easy difficulty, it's not too bad with the health, but you know. Nice, stay there. Alright. Good shot. Oh, come up here. Please die. Oh no, see, this is what I mean, I missed him. But at least he came out in the same position again, and one more shot and he should be down. Gotta go down and get the card. That's fine. Ooh, don't crawl. It's not the fastest fight I've done ever in this, but it's also not too slow, so it's fine. Alright, time for the next puzzle. We gotta get an egg, and the egg that we want to have is this one on the left, because this one has the owl in it. The cool thing about the egg is that the egg actually starts hatching the moment you pick it up. Oops, sorry, that wasn't desired. So I found out, using the honor split and actually being able to see internal game data. Like, hey, as soon as we pick up this egg, time starts running, so immediately it will start hatching. So it doesn't actually matter if we have it in our hand or not, right? Alright, yeah, to me that's fine. It's still, however, important to us that we're gonna leave this map that we're on right now, because we want to go to the next map as quickly as possible. And the reason is, if we spend more time on this map, that means the guard in front of the laser actually continues into the cycle a little bit further. And rather than that the owl hatches when the guard is on the left, we want to have the guard hear the owl when he's on the right, because he needs to walk right anyway. And so one of the things that Joe did in this race was actually getting an alert and just walking on. And I timed it and I figured out, hey, actually, if you do spend more time on this map here and wait, the guard will be on the right, and only walk from this right spot to the lever, saving us like 3 seconds. It's like so many small details, but they do add up over time. I'm sorry. Now we gotta wait here, of course, for the owl to hatch. Once again, it's like one of those things where you can't do anything, you just stand here and wait. Fun fact, there is a second egg. If we were to go to the right, there would be an egg where there's a snake in there. And that snake will eat our rations. We can only get rid of the snake as it's gliding through inventory all the way up, all the way down, when we press the snake when it's in its own egg, and then we can get rid of it. It's so mean. There you go, the owl was hooting, and now we can go. Fun fact, we're gonna keep the owl for the entire rest of the game. It will just sit in our inventory and then hoot hoot. Gonna go here. This is the only one that we have to wait out here. Notice that I punched the wall when we grabbed the third ration here. This is actually so we can avoid needing to wait for this guard that would coming down right now. I'm gonna strike this guard here. Oh, excuse me. Gonna kill him and then hop on the elevator here. Gonna get the rations out, which we're gonna need in just a moment. And it's time for the next boss fight. Because this next boss fight actually is Night Fright. He's invisible. And normally he walks on this right spot here. Oh, fuck. Come back. Alright. I miscounted. We needed one more grenade. Oh no. Yeah, that's not what we want to have happen. Whoops. And alright, so this upcoming door is a level 9 card, and we notice, hey, actually we do not have a level 9 card. What the hell? Didn't Night Fright used to have a card? Well, no. Actually, Jungle Evil is called Jungle Evil because he picked 2 cards at the morning meeting, and Night Fright didn't have any. So, I lied. There is backtracking in Island 3. We gotta go back one last time. But oh wait, this is literally the last time. We're gonna go back to Jungle Evil's arena and get the level 9 card that we literally just need for this one door. We'll go down here, go to this door, there we go. So yeah, if you think, ah, damn, I thought we were done with backtrack. No, there's even more backtracking here. We literally just need to walk all the way back just so we can get the level 9 card. That's all we need to do from here. Now the cool thing about this is actually, I'm gonna take the alert because it's fine. This card does not turn around quickly enough, and as I explained, if we are in evasion and we leave a screen with guards on, without them seeing us again, we can actually immediately leave. Level 7 card. Because the way the guard AI works is basically, if you leave a screen and you're in evasion and you've not been spotted yet, on the next screen they won't follow you. Which is good. Alright, this is the level 9 card that we just picked up. And normally we would be able to split here. But, you know, whatever. As I said, the auto splitter is on a rather old version. If you were to play Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake today and want to do a speedrun, I made an auto splitter that works really well for the emulator. Oh, it got away here. We're still gonna get an alert moving into the next zone because we're gonna get an alert from this one, and that's actually fine. But yeah, if you want to play Metal Gear 1 or Metal Gear 2, there's an auto splitter for both games. Up to 4 regions are supported. The English language PAL, and then Japanese NTSC twice, because there's 2 versions of Metal Gear 1 and 2. And then the US release for Metal Gear 1 and 2. Or Metal Gear Solid 3, I should say. Subsistence Disc 2. Oops. Ah, okay, that's fine. It doesn't actually matter if you get an alert here or not. There we go. Because the alert will actually drop as we get in here, so it's like whatever. Alright, gotta go in here, and we're gonna meet Dr. Matt now. I need the key, right? I need the key. I always gotta remember what is the next menu, and one of the late game ones I usually forget. I'm like, oh, what's next? Alright, yeah. Gotta get out the key that we just made. So, story-wise, as it turns out, Dr. Manna actually is more evil than we thought. In Metal Gear 1, we saved his daughter, as you clearly have seen me doing like an hour ago. And in Metal Gear 2, he's like, I still want to make Metal Gears, but I also don't want to be part of the war machine. So, yeah. I think he failed. There we go. Now that we have the green, the yellow ration here, there's cheese in it, we can get the attention of these hamsters. They're nuclear, which means they are radioactive, and they kill us with one touch. So that's why we gotta shoot them. Thankfully, though, I saved a lot of ammo from Black Ninja's fight, so we can just easily shoot them like this. And now that we're behind this vending machine, we can get the MSX cartridge. And now we're ready for the end game. Alright, here we go. Next up is the Metal Gear fight of this game, Metal Gear D. And if you are sensitive for flashing lights, please skip ahead in the video if you're watching this on YouTube. Or just look away, because during the entire fight of Metal Gear D, plus after it, there's constantly flashing on screen. Like, I am not joking, it's a lot. So be warned, as soon as we enter the boss fight, you can hear it. And then after the boss fight, I will say when we're good to go again, but starting now, flashing lights warning. Wait. Oh, actually it did do the thing, let's go. That's good. As soon as we throw the first grenade, the flashing will start, so. 1, 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 1. Alright, we killed Metal Gear, but it's still flashing. Damn. Now we gotta get rid of all of our items in inventory. There we go, and now we're good to go. No more flashing lights, you can watch again. Alright, that was Gray Fox, the ninja, in case you didn't know. He died while walking into claymores that he set himself. I mean, RIP, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, in this old auto-splitter version, there are so many things where I didn't know where to split. It's super basic. I should definitely update it. And yeah, here's Big Boss, the final fight of this game. Yep. Getting the first card. Basically, as we've thrown away all the items that we had, we gotta acquire everything again. I'm gonna go down here, I gotta go all the way to the left now to get the third card. Ooh. I was gonna say I didn't get the card. We're gonna use this brown ration to dissolve the acid here. Now it's time to get the level 4 card. Now we gotta watch out, there's acid in here. Get the lighter. It's part 1 of our final weapon. I'm gonna go over here. This is the level 5 card that we need. And then we can finally open the last door where there's hairspray, and then we're gonna make a makeshift flamethrower to kill Big Boss. Isn't that badass? Where does it go? Stay. Come back. Actually, I want to kill him actually on the right screen here. Good so far. Come back. And that's him. He's dead. It's not over yet, Snake. He's just constantly dancing on fire, I guess. We're almost done. The good thing is, after this, there's nothing left but for us to escape. Get the Metal Gear, we got the MSX cartridge. Sadly, our VIPs died, both of them. And I mean, Dr. Manna is not dead. He's coming back in Metal Gear Solid 4 for some reason, because he's the scientist that made Raiden. I'm still sad that we never got to see Metal Gear Solid Rising, the game that actually should explain how in Metal Gear Solid 4 Raiden is a cyborg. Instead we got Rising Revengeance, which is after MGS 4, so we're like, okay. Having Metal Gear Solid Rising being done would be amazing, but who knows. Konami is idea bankrupt, they're just doing Yu-Gi-Oh games and, I don't know, Bomberman maybe. So, I don't expect much. First, it's time to escape here. And that means we just gotta go here all the way through the jungle. And I have this specific segment, which I didn't know what to do yet. It's called Old RTA Stop. This is where, basically, the old RTA used to stop for the duology. And then we're gonna immediately know if we do have a world record for duology based on the old RTA timing, but we're also gonna go ahead and use the new timing. All I need to do now is shoot. As soon as I see the text on screen, I'm out of ammo. And yeah, we got a sub 113. Goddamn. That was good. Holy cow. So let me scroll up again and see the thread. So the old duology used to be 1:15:37. And we just broke it by 2 minutes 37 with the old timing method. So it's 100% already a world record. And now we're gonna go to the credits and see if it's also with the new timing method a new world record. Which ideally it should be. Oh, it's split for me already. Wonderful. And now we just gotta wait for the credits to pop up. But yeah, it's official. It's 100% a world record for the Metal Gear Duology by multiple minutes. Holy cow. I'd love to see that. I didn't expect that there was that much time left still here, RTA wise, but it is. And technically, you can still save a little bit of time playing on hardware. But, I mean, I'm lazy. I like to play on emulator just because I think it looks nice as well. If I play, I could play the HD version, for example, but the problem with HD version is that it doesn't have like the nice inputs, and it's always a little bit like blurry on my capture. Oh, hello. And so playing on emulator gives me basically the most crisp capture here. But yeah, holy cow. 1:12:59 with the old timing method. Let's see what it is with the new timing method. If we're actually gonna put through the new timing method, I can also update the auto splitter specifically for that instance. And we do have to remember there is, like, how long was it? The game swap sequence? Like 33 seconds. So at the end, with the new timing method, we can also deduct 33 seconds. So, yeah. The good thing is there's no inputs in Metal Gear 2, the credits just roll through, and then at the end we're gonna see the credit screen, so I don't need to do much. I could just wait here. After this one, of course, we're gonna continue the stream. I'm gonna do one more run through of Metal Gear Solid 2 normal difficulty, because as explained, tomorrow I'll be doing the duology for Shots Fired 10, and then on Wednesday and on Friday, both times for one Shots Fired and one for Insta Speedathon, I'm gonna do Metal Gear Solid 2 normal. So worth practicing that. Man, I'm high. Once again, I didn't think there was that much time left in the duology, but multiple minutes, that's quite good. And once again, you get a little bit of an advantage if you're playing on hardware as well. I should do a hardware run just to see what the difference could be there then. And remember, like we had one missed shot on Jungle Evil, that's a few seconds time loss. We had a very bad pigeon that actually went all the way around. It went top right corner and then dove 2 times, faked us out, all the way to the top left corner. So it went like one full circle. This is a super bad pigeon, and even in RTA, there's still so much time save left here in Metal Gear 2 part. Of course, as well, Metal Gear MSX, the world record is 18 minutes 41 seconds, so technically there's 17 seconds in there as well. Granted, though, usually the duology runs are never like perfect world record level, but they can still move up a little bit. So I don't know how much really is left in total here in the duology, but I'm sure there's still a good chunk of time that we can save in both games. Especially, once again, if you're playing hardware, Metal Gear 2 tends to run faster. Oh, do I need to hold X here? I don't know. Yeah, I need to hold X here. So this runs a little bit faster if I press down X. Good to know. Mm-hmm. That's funny. I never need to press X here during the credits, but for now we need to. Alright. Phase 2 of the credits are done, and then we go to the final credit sequence here. So yeah, as I said, the new timing method would mean that my old world record is a 1 hour 22:17. So anytime that we get now, minus 33, because we remove game swap, will be also, with the new timing method, the new world record. So let's see. I do wonder if it's more or less. I think because we removed the game swap, it should be like 3 minutes then, right? Because we definitely played better through the game overall. So, yeah. Let's have a look here. I just hope that the split file actually saves this as a new PB. It should, because we added new segments. But yeah. Getting close to the end here. Gustavo Hefner. Then I think we have the bosses. Yeah, big boss. I think Graphox we already had. We're gonna have the Hind as a character. As I said, for the credits, the Hind, as we see here, is a main character. And then last but not least, we got Solid Snake. So we're getting to the end here. Oh, of course, Metal Gear D. How could I forget? But then we have Solid Snake, and then we go to the score screen. As soon as we see the score screen, then it's time. Time! Alright. Hey, let's go. So, as I said, we've removed 33 seconds in the new timing method because we deduct the time for the game swap. And that is 1:19:03. That's the new world record in both the old timing method and the new timing method. As I said, the new timing, the old timing method is 2 minutes 37. And the old, did I say old? The old timing method is 2 minutes 37. The new timing method is 1:19:03, which is 3 minutes 14 seconds faster in the new timing method. So no matter how we slice it, this is a new world record for the Metal Gear 1 and 2 duology. And yeah. Alright, I hope you liked it. Let's go. IGT of 4916 in MG2 is not good. For one, we didn't use the Dr. Manner trick where we take a continue. We took actually 0 continues here. That was quite nice. And we also had a very bad pigeon. So getting sub 49 here in IGT would be better, of course. The world record currently for Metal Gear 2 any percent on PAL is a 48:52. So yeah, it's not bad. Could be better. And for the duology, of course, as I said, I think there's still a good chunk of time left in here. Maybe not a full minute anymore, but definitely some time. Plus, on hardware, you have a little of an advantage. So maybe I should come back and play actually on hardware as well. Maybe I will give it a try after this week. But yeah, I think I'm ready for the Duology appearance tomorrow at Shots Fired. If you're watching this on YouTube, of course. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you liked it. Leave a comment down below if maybe you want to learn the game. Because if you want to, on my channel, there are tutorials for both Metal Gear 1 any percent and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake any percent. So I got both of them here if you want to learn how to run this game. Or any other, of course. You can also check out the Metal Gear speedrunners on the wiki and of course in the Discord to learn even more about these games. My name is Alphys. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you soon again.